Welcome to Scale Model. Hey, welcome back to another episode of Scale Model Addict. We have a lot to cover this week, and we're going to get right to it. But before then, I just want to say thanks for all the emails. We've had a lot of emails, a lot of conversation this week. It's been great. And I want to give a big shout out to a couple of friends of mine in Florida. Hello, Jared and Aiden. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing good. I hope you're building models, and I hope you are driving your father insane. I hope you're doing that, okay? Sorry, Richard. Yeah, let's get going. So the mail showed up this week. This guy came with a truck and he dropped off this box, and I opened up the box and I freaked out because it's finally here. And now I can start to cast and make some molds and like try to go to the next level of geek. I'm trying to climb that mountain. Okay, so this is kind of where we left off. This is good and hard now, so I'm going to try to cut out 2 of the 3 pieces because 2 of them turned out decent and cast those, and then from the castings I'll be able to see which ones I use, and maybe just, yeah, I'll figure it out. Let's go. You know what I always say? Safety fifth. Okay, I don't know if it's a combination of I was cutting over high density foam, either the foam or the epoxy putty. Something stinks, and chances are it's not gonna. Okay, so I've cut these both out, and they're almost identical. They're pretty close. Now the idea, I thought I'd just take the best one and cast 2 of it, but since I'm going to be mixing this stuff up, and you mix a little bit, and then this isn't going to take much, right? It's going to take a little bit of rubber and a real small bit of resin. So I'm going to do 2, and I'll do 2 off, and if I got to do that twice to get 2 identical from one of them, so be it. But at least it'll give me an option. I've never tried this ever before, so like, I don't know. Okay, so I ordered this from a shop in Toronto, and did I mention that? Okay, this was $36 Canadian, $38 Canadian. The shipping was $36 Canadian. Whatever, what can you do about that? So it's cheaper than driving out there to get it. So let's take a look what's inside this box. I think they know their market because they got like superheroes and stuff, right? So here's what you get. Quick start instructions, some kind of a waiver. You get a book, black and white book that shows a bunch of different techniques. Also a DVD, which is basically just the stuff that's online at smoothon.com, but it's more it's longer, more in depth. There's the word. Okay. Then you get a pint. I think it's a pint of Smooth Cast 300. Whoa. Okay. The resin, and you get the same amount of RTV, the Umu stuff. Umu, or as we say in Canada, Omo. Okay, and then you get 2 squirt bottles with release agent. So right, you got all the basics to cast for 36 bucks. I thought that was pretty decent. Oh, and you also get these. I'm not quite sure why, but you get like personal flotation devices, which, I don't know, it's kind of nice. I don't see how it really fits their brand, but whatever. You know, they'll be good by the pool. So we're going to give this a go. First thing we have to do, according to the instructions, is place the model into a vessel. So I've got some, these are just 12-ounce coffee cups. Cardboard cups, and I've chopped that off, and that's going to It's going to go inside of there with some hot glue. So now it's time to oh, come on. Okay. Another lightness of ease release. Ease release me, let me go. Okay, we're gonna mix equal parts of this stuff. Well, there's no streaks, so it must be okay. Okay, I did that, and I got half left. That sucks. I'm gonna try to find something else to cast. Cool. Okay, couple of suggestions this week on that lathe. Still in dilemma. I have an idea. Here's the idea. I'm thinking if I can build a chuck. Piece of plywood, some hardware, some of these things. Okay, so maybe I can build a chuck. If this works, okay, this one doesn't work, and I'll tell you why. The reason is I didn't make my circle big enough, so like I can't get this out far enough. Duh. And I've got a drill press, but I didn't get this quite square, so it's wobbly. I'm going to try that again this week, make it bigger, and see if it works. I thought I'd have a chance by now, but I didn't have a chance this week to get back out there. So yeah, so that's what I'm thinking about for, I just put that in a drill, and I'm only going to spin something that long, just short, so. I found lots of mini lace online, and boys, if I had like 500 bucks kicking around for that, well, that's not going to happen. But anyways, there's some cool stuff, but for doing this, like, honestly, I don't think I'd spend if I had the money. You know what I mean? It's a lot of money. Whatever. I am not a robot. So back to these guns. That's my goal for today, is to get these at least started. Richard pointed out something that is great that I catch it before I go do it. Have a look at these pictures. Okay, now you'll notice that on the kit part, these cogs, we'll call them, there's like a little step to them. Well, as you saw on the studio scale and the ILM model, there's no step. So here's what Richard in Florida did. Okay, you can see how he's scratch built up those cogs. Now this, I know, is being totally anal about it. Totally. Okay? But there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, about 15 minutes has passed, and I think I'm starting to figure it out. I made these little slivers, just tiny, 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 and one by one I'm going to stick them all around there, and we'll see how that turns out. So I'll probably see you real time, maybe 3 hours later.